Welcome to this very special edition reading. What we are doing here is we are looking at the energy and the zodiac sign for the Lion's Gate. The way that I am intending that this reading will work as a beneficial tool for you is to have you look at the qualities and characteristics and traits that come with the zodiac sign. So when we look at those traits, part of what we're looking at is what sign, what element is it? And by looking at the element qualities, that in a very fundamental level gives us an idea of what type of energy we're looking at. I don't want these videos to be insanely long, and so I will go ahead and put some of those additional qualities in the description box of the video. You can look at that to help you determine how you might work with this particular reading. The next thing that I am needing to say is that we contain all 12 zodiac signs within us, and they come out in our lives in different ways. They have different areas that they govern, different ways that they affect us, and the degree to which these qualities show up in our lives can be different. But the beauty of how these readings are going to work is that you are going to be in control and looking at, as this portal opens, as this Lion Gate comes up. That's a reminder, I totally meant to do this at the very beginning. If you are new to the Lion's Gate portal, the 8-8 portal, I have created an intro video that will talk about that. I will link it also in the description box of this video. Well, Lion's Gate portal, August 8th, the period that I talked about, it's a great portal that helps us with manifesting. So as you look at your life right now and you look at, from the time of you watching this video, what is it that you're wanting to really manifest in your life? And if you happen to be watching it before a Lion's Gate, either the one that's happening this year or whatever year you happen to be watching this video, the idea behind this set of readings is you get to go into your personal astrology chart and you get to look at where your signs are, what they govern, how they can help you, and you get to make those choices about, okay, what extra areas of guidance am I looking for right now that can really help me maximize this manifestation energy? And then you can take the reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. As with all readings, all advice, all opinions, it's kind of the same. It's about being in your power and really aligning yourself with what feels right for you and letting go of the things that don't. So this reading is for our Cancer energy, and this is the final reading in the mini-series of 12, where I look at the zodiac signs and look at what each of the sign energies can do to help with manifesting around the Lion's Gate portal. So that is the energy I'm asking for. We are looking at Cancer. What messages or information does Cancer need to help with manifestation energy around the Lion's Gate portal? So for you, Cancer, the first thing actually that is coming out, we only have 2 runes in your entire reading that are obstructed. The rest of them are completely face up and for the most part not touching any other runes. So that right there tells me that there is not much energy that is being hidden or withheld. There's not much you're having to dig at to get the information or the guidance right now, but that it is energy that is a little disjointed because all of the runes are kind of sitting apart from each other. So this is speaking to a sense of strategy or a sense of understanding the different components that you are working with or the different components you have access to, and remembering to call upon those different components during the times that you are needing them in order to work with whatever energy association or correspondence is. I'm going to start with the 2 runes that are covered. These are going to be energies that are a little harder to work with. So they are going to be places where you might feel resistance or struggle or change. The first one is Othala. So Othala is about legacy and inheritance. So this is energy dealing with understanding and working with ancestry, looking at where you come from and acknowledging and harnessing whatever traits and characteristics your ancestral line brings to you. This very, very much is feeling like ancestor work. And so any type of energy where you are looking at where did I come from? What am I connected to? What is my overall soul cycle kind of feeling? My overall big picture component within universal frameworks? That's the kind of energy. It's a feeling that these things are stirring within you and are causing moments of tenderness, is the feeling. So with this tenderness, what is coming through, Spirit wants you to know that it is okay to have these tender moments, and it is okay to be a little sensitive about things, about your ancestry, where your ancestors come from, what they've done, their trials, tribulations, and looking at how those exist within the modern day framework of your living experience. So these tender points are feeling like opportunities for you to really, what just came through was like set the record straight. So any kind of misinformation or any kind of clarity, and there's kind of some heavier energy around like prejudices or things like that you might be struggling with in terms of your identity, in terms of that you are part of a larger whole. This is energy that is going to be helpful to look at, to figure out either how to make your mark and say the things you need to say, shed light on any type of ancestry, if it is being misrepresented or misinformed in other social settings. These are going to be tender, like I said, is what it's feeling, but they're opportunity points for you to actually kind of come into your own and to learn how to stand for something that you're really passionate about, and not being afraid to speak out and to communicate your deep desires and feelings. And I just looked real quick to see if you had Ansus come out, and you in fact did. So you do have communication energy, throat chakra energy, open and available to you at this time. Like I said, it's just a little disjointed because there's not a clear direct path connecting your energy. So it's there, you're just going to have to, well, you're not going to have to do anything. If this is something that you're wanting to work on and it resonates, what this energy is suggesting is that communication, honesty, truth, being vulnerable is going to be part of this growth and manifestation process, being able to bring in the things that you want for yourself. Now, we do have the second rune that came through that was obstructed, causing challenge energy, is Ewaz. Ewaz represents the horse, and because of that, does have a lot of spiritual, spirit guide, governance energy with it. So this is a sense maybe that you are feeling disconnected from guides and guardians right now, that you are feeling like in the past you've had more access to them, that you've been able to communicate more clearly and engage with them. And this feeling is saying it's not that it's gone, it's just saying that the ways of accessing it are different. So this would be a suggestion or a good opportunity for figuring out things along your spiritual path, the things that you want to develop, What kind of practices and rituals do you want to establish for yourself? What kind of legacy do you want to build? That's the kind of energy that is coming through with that, because Ehwaz is an energy, horse energy supports humanity and helps us tie into the terrestrial, but also helps us connect into celestial. So we get this support in a diverse capacity. Now, on to the rest of your runes, the ones that came out facing up but are not touching. We have Tiwaz, and Tiwaz is about balance. So this is about making sure that what you are committing yourself to is something that you can get behind. So be wary of commitments that you are doing solely for the sake of someone else's benefit. You want to be making sure that as you are aligning yourself and agreeing to different engagements or activities, interactions, that what you are getting out of it, what you are receiving from the interaction is balanced, that it is harmonious, that it is equal. And in that way, you are able to be impeccable with your word. That just came through. That's one of the 4 agreements. If you've not read that book before, this is a suggestion that it might be helpful for you. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. If I remember, I'll put a link to the information in the description box, or I'll throw it on the screen somewhere. We'll see what happens. But when you use this Tiwaz energy appropriately, this means that you're being impeccable with your word. It means that what you say you're going to do is what you will do, and that the multiple, that then there is no need for multiple identities to show up and be a certain way in a certain setting. I mean, we all have things where we need to adapt and be in different situations, but the Tiwaz energy for you very much is about really learning to honor the things that make you sing, the things that raise you up, and following those, and letting go of the things that you feel compelled by someone or something else to do or participate in. So in this way also, it's tying back to this Ansu's energy of standing in your power and having your voice and speaking what makes sense to you. Communicating, listening to the things that raise you up, not the things that tear you down. We also have Dagaz, and Dagaz is our rune of the day, but this is also a rune that ties us into our soul star chakra. So this is very high energy. This is very much enlightenment kind of energy. So there is a sense that as you work on manifesting during this period, that you are going to start to see your own abilities in a different light. You're going to start to really step into your power and understand that you are capable and powerful. That's the kind of energy coming through with Dagaz. After that, we have Sawela, which is the sun. So now we have a sense of progression energy. So we have the day, which is the sun interacting with humanity in a time frame capacity. But the sun itself, that energy, whether we see it or not, whether it's daytime or nighttime in our experience, the sun is still there, and it still is a very central point in our resources and our ability. The sun being the energy that helps us have crops, which then helps us have food, which then helps us fuel our bodies so that we can live the lives that we want to. That's what I mean by it's changing from more of a small scale to a larger scale energy of radiance, and really embracing what it feels like to be in your power, to stand in your power, and to love yourself in all capacities. That's the feeling there. We also have Logos, which is energy of intuition. This is our energy that ties us into our third eye chakra. So we're really looking at the ability to discern what is right for us. So for you, this is coming with a sense that what just came through, it's a sense that like you see and you understand reality exists in a certain way because of patterns you've seen other people do. And then you discover something new that shows you new patterns, new ways of being. And Logos is a type of energy that lets you know that you get to move between those types of awarenesses, and you get to take the things that build you up, the things that reinforce what you're wanting to manifest, how you're wanting to live your life, take those things with you and build them and help them be part of the legacy that you are leaving about yourself, the way that you are building yourself. We have Ingwas, which is seed energy. So this is an understanding that for you, what just came through, it's a sense of starting something new. So regardless of what it is, when you are beginning something new, there is, there's kind of that joy or that excitement, you get like the butterflies in the stomach or the nervousness, or like, because there's a part of you that wants it to work. There's a part of you that wants the awareness or the interaction or the recognition for something that is going to actually come through. And then there are the different things that come in that give resistance to that. And then you're like, oh, I don't know. And it kind of feels a little sticky at some points. Well, Ingwas is energy that tells you that you have everything you need within you. It's not external. And really being able to go within and tap into your core, into your soul, to really listen to what it is that you are trying to tell yourself, that is going to be fundamentally helpful in this process. The final rune that we have for your reading is the rune Hagalaz. And Hagalaz deals with hail energy. So the thing about hail, this is destructive energy. And it's energy that once it has come through, it also can be energy that provides nourishment. When the hail melts, it becomes water. And in an agricultural society, the crop is very important. So the hail, though it does cause damage and can disrupt the crops, also has this benefit of bringing nutrients and nourishment through the water component. And the thing to understand about this is that it's a matter of the hail changes its state of being when it melts and it becomes water. So this for you is feeling very much like transformation energy, actually. I don't normally get that feeling with Hagalaz, but the melting of the hail is coming through really strong as a visual for me as I'm doing this reading for you. So there is an understanding that there is a grace and a beauty, there's a power in the softness, and understanding that what you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago is not who you have to be now. It's not who you have to be in 5 years, in 10 years. That you get a lot of say and a lot of ability to maneuver and navigate and create the life that you want for yourself. So I am ending all of these readings with a single card, but so I've been shuffling them as I've been relaying this last bit of information. But what I do want to tell you guys as well, Cancer, is that you have 9 runes, And though in the beginning I did not intend for them to come out this way, they ended up lining up in 3 sets of 3. So we have concepts like the Trinity and the value of things in threes, but 9 in numerology is the completion of a cycle. 9 is the number of days and nights that Odin hung from Yggdrasil, and at which point, at the end of that trance state, in the end of that sacrifice state, is when the Elder Futhark runes were revealed to him, and he then was able to give them to humanity to help with information and enlightenment and self-development. So 9, 3, 6 also, but not as important. What's really coming through for you is the number 3 and the number 9 are feeling really strong. So looking at how those correspond in your life and the ways that they're going to help you make decisions or impact is going to be helpful. And the card that came through for you is Love, Spirit Path of the South. It deals with partnerships, unconditional love, and rejuvenation, and is the number 37. So I will show an image of your runes and your card here at the end of this reading. But this really is, just final confirmation of taking the time and the energy to love yourself and to really come from an open space, an open center. Ingwas does carry with it heart chakra energy. That was our seed energy. So again, this is about building. We had Othala, which is thought legacy. So really, whatever it is you're wanting for yourself, coming from a place of love is really how that is going to work out. So I am thanking you so much. I'm thanking our guides and thanking the runes. Let me show you your layout, and I do hope to see you at future readings. Thank you so much for attending this reading, spending time with me, and most importantly, spending time with yourself to know yourself better and to be more in your power as you live your life. If you are interested in learning the runes, I am actually creating a class that will be launching shortly after the Lionsgate, so middle of August, I'm thinking. I have an email list set up. If you are interested in that, sign up for the email list. Link will be in the description box. And that will give you all the information you need in order to be able to participate.